against Gasol. Morris, left side. There's the double team with Westbrook. Diaw with the steal. And pushing it up. There's Boston. Morris Diaw is on there. And there's Grant. Then there's Bradley. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Morris outside. Here's Jordan. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty for that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. In fact, guys, nothing more.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Morris. Back to Antetokounmpo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors. Westbrook passes to Porzingis. No good from outside.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Antetokounmpo against Westbrook. And the wide open shot from Morris. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Marked improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
Porzingis can't hit. Toronto leading by 11. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Here's Morris, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Westbrook passes to Porzingis. Ball's knocked loose. Dishes it to Diaw. Westbrook against Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Westbrook passes to Porzingis. Off the left rim and out.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Columbus. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good. And the Raptors lead by 15.
And boy, they have really turned it up here in the 4th. Right time to extend that lead.
Yeah, and they're going to make it easy for themselves down the stretch if they keep knocking down their shots like this.
Morris outside. Antetokounmpo against Westbrook. Takes it from 10. Again, Toronto.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim. And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second-chance points.
Boston making some changes. Anderson comes in for Porzingis. Young is subbed in for Bradley. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Tony Roten comes.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give them a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting when he goes airborne.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, careless, silly mistake there, though. Coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense. That's costing them. Well, some really terrific numbers for Westbrook. 15 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Jordan. Here's Gasol. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, it's a pretty poor display from the field for them in the first half, but they've got the lead, and now the shots are starting to fall.
Yeah, it was a complete brick city in that first, but they've turned it around here in a big way. You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Westbrook with the steal. Anderson outside.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line, Anderson.
Free throw, good, Anderson. And so he makes both from the line.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Toronto lead by 9. Roden gives to Antetokounmpo. Short screen. Henderson passes to Roden. Henderson dishes to Gasol. 5 on the clock. And Boston with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Wide open. And that one hits back iron. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Grant gets to Anderson. Boston again missing.
Boy, he's got a nice looking stroke. That almost went in.
And a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Puts up a 3. And that one's good. Roden.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
What a night for Anderson. 23 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. A terrific offensive combination, setting up teammates and knocking down the deep ball.
And winning basketball, Clark, there's no doubt that the two are related.
And both free throws good for Anderson.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Anderson. Back to Antetokounmpo. They get it back. Here's Gasol. No good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him this far, they could stretch this lead out.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He's done a job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
It's the first that brings them within single digits. He's checked in for Boris Diaw. Good on both. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Toronto's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Jordan the screen. Gasol wide open. He fires. And yep, finally tries it, rolling around the rim.
Defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hand. I mean, come on, man. You know, he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Anderson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. 1:35 left in the game. Here's Gasol.
In this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
It's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. That's good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
It's Young on the wing. And he makes no mistake on the shot.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on
10. Stolen by Westbrook. And it's caught.
Classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. How about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Henderson passes to Roten. Good on the triple. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shot.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
It's a long season, and you always need role players to step up and help out, and that was the case here. Everything was working for Roten. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Thompson.
4 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Gasol.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? Keep on letting it fly.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Now Roten. So it's Toronto winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send you over Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Gerald, a win that certainly got to feel good with the way the team just kept grinding away. What is it about this team that enabled you to come away with the win?
We got a lot of fight. You know, we had a little lull there, but we just came together and got sharp on offense and defense and got it done.
Competitive spirit. We love to watch it, Gerald. Thank you, guys.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
You gotta love the contribution. He hit 4 threes. I think that his threat on the perimeter also contributed in terms of their ball movement, using the options and going inside.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm